Art inspires people to create and shapes your personal taste and style. And in my case, my love for cinema is what influences my photography. It always has and always will. So right after you buy your brand new or used shiny camera and you set it up, what do? How do you start? Hi, my name is Jorge. Welcome. In this channel we merge creativity and productivity to try to live a more fulfilling life. Finding inspiration and the direction of your craft is one of the most important and honestly difficult things to figure out. So today we'll talk about how cinema influences my photography and the type of stories that I want to tell, and how perhaps this can help you figure out what inspires you as well. Let's get started. I wanted to make a video about the things that I keep in mind, or the aspects of photography that I keep in mind while out and about shooting. Things like manual exposure, your exposure triangle, focusing, composition, color, things like that. But before making that video, I realized that I needed to make this video first, because film plays such a big role on the aspects of photography that I'm always considering. Great films can change your life, and the more you watch, the more you get an appreciation for cinematography, for composition, for acting, for story, for writing, all these aspects. So as my film journey progressed, and I started to notice all these things about film, I started to slowly apply it to my photography as well, as a whole package, as the essence of cinema. And that's when I realized I wasn't trying to recreate a film, I wasn't trying to copy a shot or a scene, I was trying to capture the essence of cinema in my photographs. And I don't always succeed. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, trial and error, repetition to get to the point where you can feel like you capture some essence of cinema. But when I do, it's extremely rewarding. In 2011, I attended film school, and right after that, I started working in the industry. I worked in the industry close to 10 years, considering I was away for a year living in Japan. I worked on set and did a lot of things like gripping, electric, third AC, second AC, first AC, cam op, and I even wrote and directed some short films as well. And working professionally in the industry for that long, in either big Hollywood films or large independent films, removed my passion from the equation. The higher the budget and the larger the crews, the more I felt like a cog in a machine. So I left. I sold all of my cinema equipment that I use for commercial projects and short films, and I decided to move to Japan with nothing but these items right here. Well, I didn't have the X100V at the time. I had the X100T and the F, but you know what I mean. You would think that it was a really tough decision, but it wasn't. It was actually really simple. I wanted to start creating for myself and not creating for others like a machine. I knew that I wanted to try photography, and because of those life changes and decisions that I made, I realized that street photography was probably the best type of photography for me. Not only fits well with traveling and exploring a new city or a country, but also allows you to approach scenarios in real life moments like scenes of a film. And it was a really steep learning curve for me, especially because coming from film, you have control over everything. The weather, the lighting, cinematography, composition, framing, your subjects, in this case actors, the script, soundstage, everything. And street photography is the complete opposite. You don't really have control over anything at all. You don't have control over the lighting, or the subjects, or the weather, nothing. The only thing you can control is your knowledge and your ability to adapt and hopefully get the photograph. And it's not easy, and a good chunk of the time I don't succeed. There's many photos where I wish the exposure was correct, or that I wish I focused on the right subject, or that I wish I was able to capture the weather like I really wanted to. But the more you do it, the better you get at it, and every now and then I get a photo like this. A photograph like this really makes me feel like it's all worth it. Like I capture the essence of cinema, but instead of cinema, it's just my life. Everyone is different. Our lives are different, and our experiences are different as well. But there must be something propelling you forward, inspiring you to grow and create. And if for some reason you feel like you don't have that source of inspiration in your life, then I suggest taking a moment to look at art as a whole. Paintings, films, sculptures, photographs, and music. You name it. You might be able to find something that speaks to you and inspires you to advance and grow your craft. And to be clear, I'm not saying to copy a film or a painting or a sculpture. Instead, try to realize the truth. There is no spoon. Just kidding. Instead of copying art, what I suggest is to use it as a source of inspiration. A source that can potentially teach you a thing or two about yourself. So now you know. That's how I went from working in the film industry to wanting to travel the world and do street photography and focus myself on that craft instead. But I am curious to know, what inspires you? What is your source of creativity? What is the type of photography that you like the best? Let us all know in a comment down below. That is it for today's video. If you found this video helpful or valuable, please like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you very much for giving me your time and your energy, and good luck with your creative process.